morning, everyone. Thank you, Marisol, for the introduction. And I would like to talk about science and how the science can disrupt and can innovate in different sectors. As I mentioned, I'm the ecosystem manager of the Collider, which is a program of the Mobile World Capital Barcelona, and we really focus on science and how to take the science to the market, how to bridge this gap between science and the sector and the markets. So for us, science is not a fiction anymore, and we think that it's something real that it can transform different sectors and industry. So this is what we are going to talk about. Just some data before. You know that the iPhone has more than technologies coming from research. So the HTML, the GPS, how to browse in a browser, and internet itself. So they come from research, from universities, from public investment in universities. So without these kind of technologies coming from research, all the smartphones and the iPhone, for example, wouldn't exist. And there's another data. In Spain, we are very good doing research. We are around 12th country in the world and 5th in Europe in scientific production. So we are doing really great in science, in research. But as you can imagine, we are not as good in the transfer of that research to the market. So if we check how we transfer these technologies and these science projects to the market, to the sectors, and we can compare it with a metric which is the return of investment. For each euro put in science in Spain, we can return around 31,000 euros. But if we compare it with Europe, they have around 267,000 euros, and if we compare it to US, they are around 5 million. So there is a still long way to go, especially in Spain and in Europe, to develop the tech transfer around. So this is why we have created the Collider, which is it's a program to help this technology transfer from science to the market. And it's called Collider because we try to make a collision between different parts of the ecosystem, from the scientists, of course, to the corporations and the companies, to the entrepreneurs, the investors, and the public institutions and facilitators that all together can create an ecosystem to develop this tech transfer and to help, at the end, to help the scientists to take their projects to the market, and also the market to scout and get information and get projects from the science and incorporate them into their innovation strategy or other projects inside the company. So this is what we do. And we do it basically doing three main things. And one of them is training, another one is venture builder, another one is scaling that spin-off created on our venture builder. Just to connect, we are very connected to the Mobile World Congress and Mobile World Capital ecosystem. And going fast, we do basically training to the scientists. We also give them tools to resources and tools to get value from the research, so valorization of the technology, and that's done by the corporations, by the markets. Also, we mix them the scientists with entrepreneurs. So we create balanced teams so they together can create a spin-off. So we don't believe on the scientists to be the CEO of a startup. We help them to connect with entrepreneurs, with certain entrepreneurs that they can together build a spin-off and take them to the market. And we are really good at them. So it's basically people not wearing a white coat when they go to the corporations to talk about their projects. And but finally, we also invest some money on the spin-offs to cover the first year of the spin-offs and try to help them to raise more funds. So that's an example that we have created 14 startups in the last 4 years. And just as an example, I invite Miguel from Orit. Orit is a startup, a spin-off created in our program, just to make a video explaining his story and what they do and how to see how the science can affect one of the logistics sector, which is still, they still have a lot to do with technology and science to develop new innovations. So the next one is, that one. So Miguel is going to explain now in a short video.
Maybe you need to click.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Miguel Silva. I'm the CEO and co-founder of AllRead, a plug-and-play computer vision software for smart logistics. We are a spin-off of the Computer Vision Center of Barcelona. Our company was founded 2 years ago in the venture builder of the mobile world capital, the Collider. What we have done in these 2 years with our tech is to nail the niche, to find a niche where we can really solve a huge problem. This problem is to identify, track, control, and monitor any text, code, or symbol in the supply chain. We are surrounded by text in operational environments because different hardwares, different software to tackle different problems. So our computer vision software is able to detect any text, code, or symbol using any camera. We don't need additional infrastructure. The existing cameras work, and basically our software is installed on cloud, on-prem, or in edge computing, and we can really solve a lot of problems of traceability to our clients in supply chain. Thank you very much.
So yeah, he's Miguel, an entrepreneur that joined the program. Together with the scientists, they have created AllRead, a really good startup that we think that is going to be one of the main scale-ups in deep tech scale-ups in the future. And just I want to use the last minute to explain a new initiative related to the science as well that we are creating next to the Collider, which is focused on frontier materials, or the new materials. We think that the last 20 years we have improved and based our innovation on software, on digital technologies, on internet, but I think the new way of innovation for the next 20 years or 25 years will be based on the materials, because we are surrounded by objects, and objects are made of materials. So there are a lot of materials, a lot of new materials like graphene and nanotechnology, etc., that they can add a lot of functionalities and a lot of innovations to the objects and to the hardware around us. And so this is why we have created PuzzleX, which is a new initiative, which will be an event and a deep tech winter builder, and I have to really focus on science and frontier materials. And we are doing that with AMPT, which is a global association of all the scientists working on that materials, or that frontier materials in the world. And we have managed to bring this initiative to Barcelona and Spain, which is great. And I also have another short video from our colleague in AMPT, which is Dina, that she will explain you better what this is all about.
Hi, I'm Dr. Zina Jarahi-Sinker, the Director General of AMPT, and I'm inviting you to PuzzleX, the first collision grounds of frontier materials and sustainable development goals. Frontier materials are materials at the bleeding edge of innovation. They're the building blocks of the future. The history of humankind is marked by the ages of mastery over the frontier materials of that era. The Bronze Age, the Iron Age, the Age of Steel, and then the Age of Silicon, the frontier material of the 60s, which has given us this modern digital era. The question is, what can frontier materials of the 21st century do? Materials like graphene, the one atomic layer of carbon, the thinnest and strongest material in existence, quantum materials, metamaterials. Join us at PuzzleX to find out more. PuzzleX is an international vibrant event, plus a year-round venture builder, bringing together world's thought leaders, scientists, and industries on cutting-edge technologies. Join us next month, November 16 to 18 in Barcelona, and be a part of shaping the future of industries, cities, and societies using frontier materials. Thank you.
Okay, so just last thing, if you want to be one of us, just join us, both in Collider and PuzzleX. If you're interested, corporations, investors, entrepreneurs, scientists, all together to create this ecosystem and bring science to the market and solve the challenge of the future that we have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. This is an